Hey guys, this is Valkyrie Blue. Today I'm going to do a little demonstration video on Rome 2. We're just going to go over some basics of army configuration, the setup, and the easy way to move units in battle. So let's go ahead and we'll start a custom battle here. We're just going to play an AI so I can spend a lot of time discussing unit movement tactics and less time focusing on the fight. Let's see. Random faction. And let's get a little bit of a varied army comp here so that... There we go. A lot of legionnaires. Let's actually get rid of these guys and get some cav. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what I'm doing is just trying to build a varied army. So we have some slingers, we have some auxiliary and Syrian archers, legionary cohort, praetorian guard, 2 praetorian cav, 2 auxiliary cav, and a legatus general. Set that back. And sure, we'll just start on this map. Looks good to me. Alright, let's go. Alright, looks like a fairly standard AI army. This should be a good time. Hopefully very informative for all you guys. That would be the goal. Alright, hopefully this will be a flat battlefield. A little bit easier to see. Ah, close enough. It's a cool hill right there. Got some nice terrain over here now. Normally fighting on a hill like this would be a pretty cool battle, pretty cool time. However, for the sake of the video, we're going to fight mainly in the flat land over here, just to make things a little bit more visible for you guys. So when we start, I like to take all my units and plop them at the back so that I have a good working space at the front. And I'm going to do that by holding in left click, just like that, so I'm holding it in now. And then all I'm doing is moving my mouse, creating this white box, and as you can see, when the box crosses over units, the unit has the little yellow circles that pop up underneath it. And then when I release the mount button, the units are selected. You can see which units are selected because the banner will have that white glowing background, and then the flags will have a little bounce animation to them. And then down on the unit cards as well, you'll see that the unit cards are highlighted with that light orange as opposed to the white if they're not selected. So once again, to move units, I'm going to, once they're selected, going to right click and hold, alright, and then I'm going to drag. And as you can see, I can rotate the units. I'm holding right click, by the way, this whole time. And if I pull the mouse out, the units drag out to the side like that. So I can compress them, I can rotate them, and I can drag them out. And if I let go of that right mouse button, then they're in position. As you can see, only the units I was selecting moved, the other two which were not selected stayed where they are. So let's grab them all and plop them at the back. Alright, I like to start with a front line, so I'm going to select units using the unit cards down here. So I'm going to click the first unit card, and you can cycle through units just like that, but if you want to hold more than one, you just click the first unit card, and you can either hold Control and add cards, or you can hold Shift and then click the last card in the chain there and select all of them. Now that they're selected, I'm going to do right click and hold and drag. And as you can see, the little yellow dots show me where I'm going to put stuff. And that looks pretty good. There they are. And as you can see, they're nice, they're very straight, very nicely spaced. Just a gorgeous sight to look at. Alright. Let's do our archers now. So once again, click, shift, and just like that. Now because these slinger cards are to the left of the archer cards, when I lay them down on the field, the slingers will maintain their position. So archers on the right, slingers on the left. Now if I were to move, say, a slinger card over there, select the cards again, and then draw, look at that, the slinger, archer, 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 slinger, slinger, just like the cards. Now what I like to do with archers, and this is just my personal preference, to each his own, but I turn off skirmish mode, which basically means that if an archer unit is targeted by an enemy unit of any kind and they get within a close range of the unit, then the archer unit will automatically stop shooting if it was shooting and start running away. The reason I turn that off is because the position I put my archers right here behind the main line keeps them protected, and if a enemy unit were to be, say, right in front of these legionnaires here, these archers would actually start running away, even though they're actually in no danger. They don't take into account friendly units in their little safe space, if you will. Quite special, these archers. So anyways, we turn that off, and our formation stays nice and neat. Alright, Praetorian Guard, just change up my selection tactics. I'll once again draw a box and select. You can also click each individual unit, and the same thing. You can shift and click. Now, a note with that shift click, it doesn't see the units on the map, it sees them by the cards. So if I take this unit out and just shift click over here, it'll still select that unit because that's the way the cards are set up. And you can also click, hold control, and click to select units like that. So I'll grab 3 of them, and we'll just plop them back here, just like that. Looks good. And the formation I'm setting up is a pretty standard formation. There's really nothing special about it. It's just my personal preference. There's a little bit of a lack on the reserve side. 2/3 of my infantry are in the front line with only 3 units in reserve. So this isn't the best army setup, but it's a pretty solid one. It's fairly versatile, very standard. Let's get all the cav. Let's put them up here so we can see them. First step is to take the general. You always want to keep your general protected, because if your general dies to enemy archers, say, or enemy cav flanking around, it's a huge morale loss for your entire army that their general died. So keeping him safe is a good tactic. And you can see the blue circle around him. If I was to use any of his abilities, they would affect units in that blue circle around him. Just a little note there. Alright, let's grab our auxiliary cav, and let's put one over here, and one over here. And now our Praetorian cav, we're going to save those for later in the battle when we really need a favorable boost on our side. And you can see they also have a blue circle like the general. That's just a little unit ability that it'll boost the morale of units near them. So we'll keep these guys nice and safe in the reserve. Looks pretty good. Alright, let's go ahead and start the battle. There's the enemy army way over there in the distance. And so let's talk about moving an army around the battlefield. If you want to move your entire army forward, it's as simple as selecting everything, either with the box or shift click, whichever you prefer. Left clicking and holding the left click in on any one of the units that's selected, and then just simply dragging your mouse around. And you can see by the yellow, they're just going to drag wherever I want to, and I can release wherever I please, and they'll move there. I can click the speed button here to toggle fast or slow movement. Faster movement tires units out faster, but because it's such a short distance we're moving here, I'll just leave them on fast, speed things up a little bit. If I was moving them, say, all the way over here, they'd be pretty tired by the time they got there. Alright, so we are on the move. Now, my line is not facing my enemies. It looks like they're going to move up the hill here for a little bit of defense. I see they've set up some defensive emplacements they're going to want to move behind. But I don't want to run up that hill. That seems pretty dumb to just charge right into these defenses here. So I think I'm going to put my army down here. These caltrops and stone beds shouldn't be too much of a problem. So we'll go down here and then attack them from the flank. The problem is, if I select my whole army and try moving them over here. Come on, guys. There we go. They're not rotating, and I need my line to be facing up the hill, not off to the side. So if I want to cancel this, now, just a reminder, this is holding in the left click right now. If I also press the right click button, it cancels it. It's very simple. Select all my units, go down here to the banner, and we have formation group. I'll click this button, and now they are locked in the formation they're in. So now, all of them are selected in the formation group. I can right-click and hold, and now I can rotate the army. I can't move it side to side, but I can rotate it. So let's put it right over here. That'll give us a good flanking position. And release. I don't want them to be tired out, so we'll set them to normal speed. And this is something you can't do in multiplayer, because all of your opponents would have to agree as well. But I'm just going to click fast forward here for the sake of time, and we're going to watch them scuttle their way across the battlefield like maniacs. Alright. Enemies look very bored here. Very bored standing on this hill in the sun. It's very, very hot outside. I can hear the bugs. It's probably very humid. They're under all their armor and cloaks. Not a good time for them, but Romans, we've got all the time in the world. We're just going to make our dandy way across the field here. Alright. Let's send out some cav for a scouting force. We can send our cav around the back here and just see if there's any nasty surprises hidden in the trees over here. So let's grab a unit of the cav. And let's click them over here. That's just a simple right click. And let's have them move fast, and we'll set it to normal speed just so I have a little bit more control. Here goes the auxiliary cav, galloping off into the woods. Let's make sure there's no caltrops back here. See some fireballs, brimstone pits, but no caltrops. Alright. And as you can see, they'll move in a straight line to wherever they're going.
We have discovered the enemy's hidden units.
Oh, look at that. There's their general, hiding out in the woods there. Spotted by our scouting cav. Oh, look at that. Noble riders. Some more spears. It's a good thing we decided to do this. Now those are heavy cav, and I'm also using heavy cav, so they won't be able to catch us if we just keep a good running. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Nice job, guys. Oh no. That's not too good. I suppose the hill has something to do with that, but luckily we can just repeatedly direct them over here. Just click, click, click. And they'll keep running away. If I hold spacebar in, I can see where a unit is headed. So say I'm wondering where these cav are going, I've been doing other stuff, I forgot about it. By holding spacebar I can see. Send them over here. And this cav is chasing me all the way out here. I'm not sure why exactly they're doing that, but let's see if we can drag them back to their army. We lost our unit speed there. It went to normal when I changed their direction. That was unfortunate. And I spaced them out into a line simply by right-clicking and dragging over here so that they'll form a wide formation. Maybe more of them will get away. And we're really not having a good time here. Heavy cav and heavy cav, they must just be slightly faster than I am, even though they're also heavy cav.
The men are wavering.
Well, no, this is very awkward. Perhaps we should have engaged these guys. Well, wasn't planning on that, but I will say that normally, heavy cav cannot catch another unit of heavy cav, and the deciding factor there was most likely this hill here scared away our initial escape. Well, no big loss. It's not like we're actually playing for fun here. We're playing because people don't know how to play this game. Or else why would they be watching this video? And if you are new to this game, what just happened to me will happen to you quite frequently. Alright. We're getting there now. Our main army is almost to its location. So I guess that worked out for the best in the long run, seeing as we had something to keep us entertained while our main army was off doing army stuff. I'm going to select all of them and see how they stay in formation because they're in this formation group, even though they're not in formation currently. And we're just going to have them march over here. Looks like the enemy laid down some defenses here. I'm not too worried about it. These will just slow my men down. I doubt I'll take any casualties. Yeah, we're all good there. The only thing I gotta be careful for is these caltrops. Wanting to keep my cav away from those, because those will shred cav units. Alright. Now before the battle gets going here, let's talk about moving units in groups during a battle. Because we've covered whole formation moves, but sometimes you just need to move individual units or groups of units in a battle. So the first thing we'll do is we are going to select all the units and click Ungroup Selection. That gets rid of the formation group, and now we can control the units individually, without having to worry about a bigger formation group messing things up for us, because if you leave them in a formation group then try to move them around individually, unexpected things can occur. So what we'll do is say we want to move our main line to more of a diagonal to the enemy, or facing the enemy. Select all of them there, right click, hold, drag. Perfect. Normal speed please. Archers, click shift, click. We're going to hold spacebar so I can see where my infantry are headed, and then simply right click and drag the archers behind them. Let's grab our Praetorian guards here. One unit at a time in this case. Click and drag. Click and drag. And I'm holding spacebar at the same time just so it gives me the nice yellow outlines on the ground. I can see where things are headed. So hold in spacebar. Click. Right click and hold. Drag. And there we are. And the cool thing is that since units already have, wherever they're headed is where, is the position they will keep if you use them, if you move the army as a whole, while they're still en route to those earlier positions. So let me just show you that in case you didn't understand, which, I mean, I barely even understood what I just said. So let's pretend that we want to move these legionnaires forward. Move those guys up. We'll move these guys over here. So we have stuff moving now. People are in motion. But if we grab them and move them all as one, they will head to the positions that are in line with where we had them moving before. So they won't change positions if you just grab them all and select them and move them again. So if we sent this guy to go over here, and this guy to go over here, and then grab them all and move the entire army forward a bit, look at the yellow lines on the screen, see? Or the yellow dots, rather. Even though this unit isn't to its location yet, the command still takes effect, and that's just a little trick you can use in the heat of battle. And I think that is about it as far as just general army movement tactics. Let's do another rotation here. So select, create formation group. Looks good. Alright, we successfully bypassed their line of defenses. Lost no units on the caltrops, that's a good thing. And let's get the battle underway. So, I'm gonna stop talking about nearly as much detail and focus on playing out this battle here. Occasionally I'll make comments about what I'm doing, but just for your own entertainment at this point. Take a look, and they're gonna charge us. This is really good for me. Alright, so enjoy this battle. Hopefully we'll do a great job. It'll be an easy victory.
Our hidden units have been discovered.
Praetorian cavalry! Dominate! Melee horsemen! Yes, commander! Orders! Agualo! General! Hail! Melee infantry at your command! Advance at speed! Charge, Roman balls! War for glory! General! Hold the banners high! Praetorian Guard! At the double! Yours to command! Sons of Mars!
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Troops awaiting orders! Riders! Cavalry! Aye!
battle is turning in our favor.
Orders. Legio Parati! Legatus! Legionary cohort! Advance! Orders! At speed!
Alright, so this battle's about over now. It wasn't a perfect battle. I lost a few units. Was pretty sloppy with my cav over here, and the engagement in the woods over here was awkward with our stepped line there. However, it was an easy victory. The Romans easily cleaned them up there, and yeah, that's the end of it. We'll just continue this. We can watch them run down the fleeing enemy troops. Oh, look at those wretches. Disobeying their masters. Sword masters. Ha! I spit on their dead bodies. Look at that. Carnage. Well, so there was a little demonstration of commanding units in battle. Sorry about the little tree action here, it made things hard to see, but we moved our archers a couple times, we did a little bit of microing, focus fire. The main line, I let the units pretty much do their thing. It was a very static line battle. We had a little bit of cav action around the side, and then we did do some cav charges in the rear of their line. We were able to get 2 units of infantry around the side here, and then their line caved in from the left flank. The right flank was in a little bit of trouble that battle, however, it ended alright, seeing as the middle of the army disintegrated after the left flank collapsed. And that is about all there is to it. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope that you learned some things you didn't know before, and that you will find playing Rome 2 more enjoyable as a result. So until next time, guys, this is Valkyrie Blue, and I'll see you later.